Good morning, everyone. Happy energy reading. I'm Terrie. It is so fabulous to see you guys. And for those of you I'm meeting for the first time, welcome. What I'm doing is I'm just choosing some cards here randomly. I've already shuffled the decks, but now I'm just choosing them. And what I'm doing is I'm taking a little bit of an energy temperature check to see what it might be like out there today for any potentials and possibilities for how the day might go, and give you an implementation tool and how you can navigate and hopefully make your way smoother through the day. These are general readings, so please take whatever you can with you. If something resonates, if something doesn't resonate, don't take it, all right? Just like anything else in life. If it feels right, take it. If it doesn't feel right, toss it. Can we agree to that? Can we agree to that? Yes. So again, because this is private, because this is a public reading, sorry, it's a general reading. If you want something more private, you can book me at terriehuberman.com. And we can make that happen for you, a private one-on-one reading, a lot more personal. So I've got my 4 cards. Let's do a reveal and let's see what today might be like. Here we go. We have the 5 of clubs. Oh, I guess this card's next. We have the Ace of air. We have the surrender and release. And lastly, we have La Muerte. Yes. Okay, so this is the energy that we are working with today. We have surrender and release. We have Ace of air. We have La Muerte. And we have the 5 of clubs. Okay. Let me put this together for everybody. All right. Yes. So today there is a transformation or a shift, a change, a pivot, if you want to say, in how you're coming across or how you need to come across to people. There's a lot going on in people's heads these days, and this is actually about ego, people. Ugh. I cringe just because this summer was so rough for a lot of Leos that I know about. I was actually talking to my dear friend Karen last night about how Leos are getting their ass kicked in regards to egos, because we have big egos. Let's just face it. A Leo has a big ego and a big ass mane of hair. Yes. And this is very ego related. So heads up, Buttercup Leos. The summer hasn't ended yet. Even though it may have technically, or not till the 22nd, or I don't know, whatever, any hoodles. Sorry. So today's about ego and shifting and switching our perception. Even if you're not a Leo, you should listen to this. The ego is not just that part of us that boasts and brags, but it's also that part of us that keeps us small, that keeps us contained and safe so that we don't take risks and we don't go out there and do things that could potentially kill us or make the body cease to exist. So this is like our reptilian brain. This is like a really, really old ancestral type of thought processes going on today that might trigger your survival mode. So you may come across situations that you either need to run from, fight, or just freeze, immobilize, hoping that nobody will see you or you can fly under the radar or whatnot. And that can be challenging. So today is a day where childhood triggers, it does feel like childhood triggers may be flared up. And so and based on however you were raised, however your caregivers connected with you, is how you're going to actually respond today. Now, we do have what's the death card, which, you know, I always tell people don't freak out or anything, because it's not like, oh, you're gonna die. It's not like that. It could be the death or the end of something. So that tells me that we actually have an opportunity to transmute our ego today. And being a human being, we're gonna have our ego till the day we die. That's what distinguishes us from animals, is the ego. So, and the ego is not this terrible thing. Again, remember, the ego is about keeping you alive. It wants to keep your human body alive, but it gets in the way of your everyday regular living and pretty much like 99.9% of your other life. Because all the ego wants to do, like I said, is save you, but you know, when it reacts the way it does, or it should, when it's healthy and when you are in mortal danger, then great. Yes. Good ego. Yes. Good boy. Good girl. But today it does feel like we are going to be triggered. And so what happened, and we're triggered just by a lot of thinking. There's just so much going on. And then like the conscious collective, or the collective conscious, the CC, everybody's thinking and going, and there's this big, huge, like, agreement energetically that people are making, and they're feeding into it. And that causes a lot of analytical thinking, which affects our ego. So today's about surrender and releasing in the ego. So how can we do that? The implementation tool for today, just to help you get through the day, and to hopefully soothe your ego, is any of the thoughts that you have in your head of, I can't do this, or I suck, or I'm not worthy, or I'm not good enough. Those need to be extinguished. And you can extinguish those by meditation. If you can't meditate, because not everybody can meditate, exercise, do some sort of physical activity. Reach out to your support group, reach out to your tribe, go out. Do not isolate. Okay. So that's what that feels like today. How we can sort of combat and work on the ego today is not being in isolation, because as we isolate, we get way more creative, and the ego actually gets to go woo, 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 woo. So even if you're an anxious type person like I am, today's a really great day to socialize. So get out, be with other people. That's the implementation tool. That's what's coming to me. In that is surrender and release. So tell your story, whatever is going on that you need to get out. Don't hold this in. The more you hold it in, the ego goes, yes, now I can tell her she's an idiot. Yes, now I can tell her she's stupid. Now I can tell her she's fat and she looks horrible in this dress. Just so that in case you had a date lined up, things wouldn't go well, and you could self-sabotage the date, and then, be single the rest of your life and lonely. So that's just like an example, and it's very dramatic, but that's what I'm trying to say. So today's about surrendering and releasing to ease, alleviate, and get some relief of the ego. And you do that by physical activity. You do that by socializing. Get out, talk to your friends. For those of you who are into personal development, you may want to journal today too. Today would be a good journal day, but really ultimately what you want to do is get out. You don't want to isolate, because that will feed the ego today. That's what we're talking about. So, all right, guys, what am I always saying to you? Stay connected, right? Today's a great day to stay connected. The human brain is wired to stay connected to people. Yes. All right. And stay connected to your friends and family. Stay connected to yourself. Of course, stay connected to me. Yes. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, I'd love to see if that's a possibility. If you go to my website, terriehuberman.com, click on the soul healing section, where we can get on a complimentary coaching discovery call to see if we can work together. I can find out more about your needs. You can find out if I would be good for you, and we can see if we can get you unstuck, moving forward, living in a life thriving with freedom, joy, and security. And do me a favor, please. If you like this video, please share, subscribe, put on notifications, all that fun sort of stuff. Let's start helping other people. Let's start bringing relief and help to other people, so that we can start spreading the message and getting everybody to calm the fuck down. How does that sound? I love it. Let's do whatever we can for humanity. Let's just relax. Ooh, it's a hard thing to do. I get it. Anxious person here. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the flip side.